up in that F-150. People trying to talk, but I don't got time to listen. Trying to find my way, I gotta stay on the mission. My family need me now, and I don't have time to miss them. Always trying to work, all the way down to the whistle. I give it all I got, cause it help with my mental. Always on the grind, like the king, I'm official. Smoking on this gas, help me get through my issues.
Welcome to the VCLAB.
What did you major in?
So it started with math, because that's what my parents wanted, and then it went to business, because I was not getting up at 8 o'clock to go to New Live and have class with Dr. Martin. It wasn't making no fucking sense. But yeah.
Okay. So, when did you get into music when you were at Fisk, or did you carry it over?
So I've like been into music my entire life. Like grew up singing in the church and stuff like that. Whenever I played sports, I would just remix little songs for like my sports teams, and it would be our little chant like logo. Middle school, I was like making songs for Spirit Week, you know, just stuff like that. Like I've always been writing in some form, but I just started taking it seriously. I want to say it was the summer after my junior year at Fisk. I was like the worst I had ever felt. I was super depressed. I was over it. I was like, I don't want to be here. Like I'm done with this life shit. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get the fuck.
Yeah.
But and then my friend texted me one day. So we were staying in the guys' dorm because that's where they had us that summer or whatever. And she lived right across the hall. And she texted me and she texted me and she was like, hey, come to my room, let's smoke or whatever. And I was like, hell yeah. So we were smoking every single, we were smoking in the dorm. Everybody smokes in the dorms. But yeah, we were smoking every single day. And then one day, she like sent me her poetry, and I was like, oh shit, you write poetry too? Like I write poetry for fun, like in my notes and shit. So we were sending our shit back and forth. And then I was like, hey, let's smoke today and just write a song. So then I went to her room, and then like I just looked up like Chance the Rapper type beat. I didn't even know that looking up type beats was like a thing. Like I didn't know that that's where everybody started. Kind of.
Favorite artist you look.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know like that's kind of like how everybody I guess started their thing or whatever. So yeah, I looked up Chance the Rapper type beat, and I just started writing, and within like 2 days I wrote Loud, which was my first song. And yeah, and I was like, wow, this is like, and when I first wrote it, I was like, yeah, this is cool or whatever. You know, I wasn't tripping off of it. But the more I showed it to people and the more people were like freaking out about it, they were like, wow, you can really write. Like this is good as fuck. Like this sounds like a professional ass, like a real ass song. Like, like say I didn't rap it and I wrote it and gave it to somebody famous, like it would have been accepted the same. Like that's how good it sounded or whatever. So I was like, maybe I should try this again. So I wrote another song and then another song, and I was like, wow. So this is like, I love this. This is fun. Yeah. Like this is definitely my passion for sure.
So was that your first time getting in the actual studio to record? And how was that for you when you finally did hit the studio?
So when I recorded Loud, I recorded in my friend's house because that's where she was working out of. So it wasn't my first time like recording, because in high school I had like a little mic set up that I plugged into my computer, and I would make like parody songs kind of. Okay. So like there was a song, She Gonna Shake It Like a Red Nose, like that was a big song or whatever. And then when I was in high school, me and my friend remixed it and made it, we gonna get wasted like a white girl, and like we just remixed the whole song and made it like about getting white girl wasted or whatever like that. Yeah. So I had been like kind of recording in that kind of setup, and it wasn't until I got home actually this past March when I first stepped into a studio, like a real like official studio, and that shit was like life changing. I was like first of all, I had booked 6 hours or whatever. Well, actually,
you had a real session.
Yeah, I have. Every time I go, it's whole sessions. It's always at least like 4, I want to say to 8 hours, like somewhere in between there, because I always come prepared. Yeah. That's another thing that I guess people don't do all the time in studios, which I didn't realize. But I come ready with like at least 3 full songs that like I'm ready to record or whatever. But and then the rest might be like I need to write a line or I need to write like half a verse or whatever. But yeah, I stepped in the studio and I was like, this is where I want to live. Like I could stay here for the rest of my life. But yeah.
So you recorded where at Loud?
I recorded loud at my friend's house here in Nashville. Her name's Maria Matthews. She mixed the whole thing and mastered it, and it sounds like professional as the fuck.
Yeah.
Like.
So, what made you come up with the name of the Fuck It tapes?
So I wrote loud back in, that was 2017. And then from 2017, I had written till right, like before I dropped the Fuck It tapes or whatever, I had written at least, I want to say 26 songs in 2 years, and they're all good. And I can, like, if somebody asked me to sit down and recite all 26 songs, at the end of it, they would be like, those were all good. There isn't a single song that isn't good. And I was like, that's like, that's talent for sure. And I was like, I'm tired of holding on to like this good ass fucking music. Like this good ass fucking music. And waiting to put it in some type of project that's gonna make sense. And that was the whole premise behind the Fuck It tapes. It was like, I'm gonna drop all of this and just be like, fuck it. Literally. It's not gonna make sense. It's not gonna go in any particular order. You're not gonna listen to it and my shit's not gonna tell a story. I'm dropping this because fuck it. I'm tired of holding on to this music. Y'all need to hear this shit. It's good as fuck.
It is.
We just gonna throw it out there. And honestly, like, at least half of the tracks, like, there was some shit I did not fuck with listening to my own music. I'm like, ugh, I wish I could have re-recorded that, or I could have did this better. But like right before I was about to put it out, I was like, the whole point of this is fuck it. So I was like, fuck it. I don't even care that there's shit in it I don't even like, because it's still good, even on my worst day. So I was like, fuck it. It's going out regardless.
Man, so my favorite 5 songs, I know 2 of the names off my head. I'm probably to get my phone to get the other 3. But one on SoundCloud is the name right Untitled. Now that one I didn't know when I looked at it. I was like, I don't know if she forgot to put the name of the song on there.
And it just says Untitled.
And then I was like, damn, that's a nice one right there. I like the vibe of that song.
For sure.
And I was like, man, I wonder, like, where was she at when she was writing that song? Because to me, because I've spoke to you before. And we talked about when you're in your Alex mode and you're in your POOKIEBOO mode. And I feel like, is this the Alex mode that she was saying? Where was that? Because to me, you were speaking somewhere that was like close inside of you. Like, where were you at that point in time when you were writing that one?
That was big Alex mode right there for sure. So basically, I literally was, I was in my bathroom in my other apartment here in Nashville. This was before I moved in March. And my bathroom was like huge or whatever. And it had like this big ass bathtub that had this like little sitting area behind it. So I used to always just climb up in that little top part with like a blanket and just be chilling in the corner, just singing and writing. Like, I don't know why, it was just always where I felt safe. And then one day I was just chilling up there and I was looking through my notes, because I always have these random like 4 bars or shit that I like write down. I'll think of when I'm like driving or like walking somewhere and I'm like, okay, I gotta write this down before I forget it. And then I kind of like just leave them in there. So I was like, let me go through my notes and see like how many of those I have. Let me get them together, blah, blah, blah. I was like organizing my phone or whatever. And then I scrolled all the way to, I think it was, the date is, it's like July 19th, 2017 or July 27th, something like that. It was a very specific date where basically, it was 2018, July 27th, 2018, because I wrote this song in November. And it was basically like a suicide note. It was my first and what I thought was going to be like my last suicide note or whatever at the time. I had never written a suicide note. I've definitely attempted to take my life. I want to say it like maybe just a total of 3 times in my life. But like it had been a minute since I had done that. Like, so from that date, that July 27th date, the last time I had tried to like take my life or whatever, it was like 4 years ago. It had been a smooth minute, you know, I was doing well or whatever. But I found that note and that was like the only suicide note I ever written. I was like, you know what, I'm always over here rapping about, you know, the shit that I got or the shit that I want or the shit that people don't have. You know, I'm always rapping about the next thing, but I'm not rapping about what I've been through. And I was like, not only that, but like, not only do I not put in my music what I've been through, but I don't even tell my friends and family what I've been through. People don't know that I wrote a suicide note. People don't know that I was trying to take my life. Like my closest family and friends, and it's like, I don't want to sit here and bring it up now because I moved past it, and I don't want to sit here and bring it up at all because it's just gonna be awkward. They're gonna be like, oh, are you okay? And I'm not one of those kind of people. I'm one of those people where if I come to you and I'm like, hey, I'm depressed, bro, I low-key like, I don't want to be here. If you're just like, damn, I feel that, and just give me a hug, I'll take that way better than that, oh my God, well, like, let me talk to you and come here and, you know, like all that extra, like I don't do well with that. So I'm like, I don't want to talk to him about it. How can I, you know, get this out basically? So I was like, I need to write this song or write a song that talks about what is in this note. So that way, people can know like that I'm not okay. And that's literally why the lyrics in the song say, understand I'm not okay. Because I'm always telling people I'm okay. And I was like, no, I need people to hear that, like, even on a day where I look like I'm feeling my best, I'm not doing okay. And I know I don't talk to y'all about it, but like, just know that it's a thing. And that's happening right now. But yeah.
So are you in a better place? Or?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Glad about that.
Oh, most definitely. I am in a much better place, thank God.
And then the culture that we live in, they're just now really getting heat of doing, try to talk about it.
Mental health
or
and stuff like that,
And then, you know, for you to speak about it, you might not be able to speak to somebody personally, but you doing it through a song. Yeah. People are here. Like me, I heard the song, and I was like, man, it's a good song. I know it's meaning behind the song. And I was like, I know this is going to be one of the songs I bring up. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's one of them entitled. And then I think the song called Black Sun.
Yeah.
But that one, that's one of the ones you were just talking your shit on that one, boy.
Yeah, so basically what had happened was, my friend, the Black Sun, he's a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah. He had sent me like a beat or whatever, and he was like, yeah, write something to this. And I thought it was just like a verse he wanted me to write. Like it was his song, he just wanted me to hop on it. And he was like, yeah, just talk about whatever. So I was thinking, okay, I guess I'm starting the song out. So I get to talk about whatever, and he just gonna add his verse to it. Cool, whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna talk about how basically like, because this was around the time of my life where I was getting a lot of fake people like, oh my God, yeah, I'm so proud of you, Pookie. I'm so happy, you know, this blessing is coming your way and that blessing is coming your way. And I'm like, y'all hella fake. Like, y'all don't fuck with me. Y'all never talk to me. Like, y'all never look my way twice when I walk past you. Wouldn't even hand me a smirk. But all of a sudden, y'all huge fans or whatever. So I was like, no, I'm talking about how people, like, really will disregard you. And then all of a sudden want to sit down at your table and eat with you once you done cook and put the whole meal out. But you the only one to cook and put that whole, and everybody trying to eat off of it. Yeah. But you wasn't there with me when I was in the kitchen cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, I'm gonna talk my shit on this, what I thought was a verse. And then later on when we linked up, he was like, nah, like that's your beat. I'm giving it to you. Like, I just wanted you to write a song like on a beat that I made. And I was like, oh shit, that's hella dope. And then I moved home, and that verse was just like in my notes, and it was such a good verse. And I was like, I can't just let this verse go to waste.
So you moved back to San Francisco?
Yes, I moved back to San Francisco.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, we're not gonna like finish the song. In my head, I was like, it's not gonna get finished. So one day I was chilling and I was like looking for beats for something else, and this beat came up and I started rapping that verse to that beat. And I was like, I'm gonna just like make this a whole, like its own song, and I'm gonna name it after him because he was the one that even like, you know, inspired me with his beat to write this song to begin with, basically. So that's why I entitled it Black Sun. Yeah. But yeah.
So how many songs were done here in Nashville? Then were there any songs on the tape that were done in another city?
So only Loud and Green Part 2 were done in Nashville.
That's another one that was fire. I like that one too.
That's everyone's like low-key favorite for sure. But yeah, those are the only two that were recorded in Nashville. All the other ones were recorded in San Francisco or Oakland.
Okay.
With the band. Yeah.
Okay. So how did you get connected to Oakland?
I just went on Yelp. Everybody asked me that. They were like, how did you get this studio and how did you find this studio? And I was like, I just went on my maps, dead ass, and typed studio. And then the first one that popped up with the most reviews and the highest stars, I clicked on that. And then it took me to Yelp. And then I just went to their website and booked it. And that was it. Yeah. So as simple as that. And then also it's like when you're talented, like, and you just go book a studio on your own and you go in there and like you're killing shit, people are gonna hear you in there. And that's how I made a lot of connections these past few months when I was home. Literally people walking by going to their studio sessions. They'll just hear me and they'll be like, step in for a second. I'll be like, my bad to step in, but like, yo, who's this? Like, your shit's dope. So it's like, yeah. I just went and booked it on my own. And then I started meeting other people, and that's how I started getting like connected with other studios and stuff. But the first studio, I just went on Yo.
So how did you pick the specific songs you wanted to put on the tape? You say you had 26 songs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I have them all recorded, and then I was sitting down and I was just like, well, actually no, 5 of them are recorded because I forgot about them. And then like it was like the day before I was dropping my mixtape, I scrolled through my notes and I was like, oh shit, there's 5 whole fucking songs like I completely forgot about. But I just listened to them all through and I was like, which ones sound the most complete, honestly? Because some songs they sound good, but they're like, I could layer the fuck out of these and they would sound amazing. Like they would go crazy. So I was like, even though it is the fuck it tapes, I was like, I can't say fuck it to a number of these. Some of these I gotta put my all into just because they're that good. Yeah. So I was like, I just gotta hold them. I'm gonna just hold on to them. And so yeah, I just pulled out the ones that just needed more work for sure.
So who are people that you would want to work with, even if they're independent or major artists in the future, in the next 6 months to a year or 2?
In the next 6 months to a year, if it's possible. Are we talking about like realistically or like?
I mean, it can be realistic to, you can start from realistic to when you debut album, whatever, under a big name label type shit.
These are one of those questions where people ask you like, what's your favorite book? And then you can't think of anything. But no. So I'm going to start with, because I can only think of unrealistic shit right now. Not unrealistic like it can't happen, but just like in the next 6 months. You never know. Because, you know, Lil Nas blew up in 3 months. Yeah. Meanwhile, there are other people who've been grinding for years. And then they're just now getting their, you know, the recognition they deserve. But, obviously, Meg Thee Stallion, for sure. Chance the Rapper, Erykah Badu, J. Cole, Earth Gang. I want to say Sir, hands down, for sure. Snow Allegra. Who else? I know there's more people, and I know I'm missing so many people. That's just crazy. Damn. That's all I can think of right now.
So who's your favorite artist?
Who's my favorite, like, of all time?
Yeah, of all time.
I don't have one. I hate when people ask me that question. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why, just because, like, every time somebody asks me that question, no one pops in my head. Just because I've been exposed to so much music throughout my life.
Yeah.
Like, growing up, all my dad would play is like music from like the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, you know, all old school shit from like, but also even as a kid, he would listen to music from the like 20s and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, when he was a little kid, so he plays us everything since I was growing up. My sister was 6 years older than me, so I was listening to all the shit I should not have been listening to as a little kid, you know. So it's kind of hard to ever pick like an all-time favorite. I would say who inspires me the most, I would say is Erykah Badu, because there are like, to this day, there are songs that I listen to and I'm still catching shit, and I'm like, I'm not slow. This bitch she's just that good. Like her lyrics are just that good. Like there are some metaphors I'm like, nah, people didn't catch that. Like this, like just the littlest things. But yeah, definitely her for sure.
So Erykah Badu. That's a good one. So when you're in your space of writing and coming up with songs, what do you usually do? Do you fire up a blunt, or do you just sit and relax in darkness and listen to it, or do you want to be around people, or or what's your process to your writing?
So I don't really have like a set process. It just depends. Like, it really all depends. Like, there's no time where I'm like, I want to write alone right now, or I want to write with people. It's just like whatever the situation requires. If I'm in a room full of people and they want a verse, like, cool, I'm in a room full of people that want a verse. I'm gonna sit here and be inspired off of what's around me, what I see, the conversations that I've had up until this point where I'm writing this verse. I'm gonna use like whatever I can in this moment to inspire this verse, because I feel like it'll make it even more genuine, like depending on what I'm rapping about. But if I'm alone, like my favorite way to write is like either sit in my car for some reason and smoke, Like, it has to be in my car.
I got a homie named BJ.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really make music like I used to. But every time we have a session or anything going on, we always in that session with like 30 minutes, 40 minutes of playing instrumentals. We're like, hey, fool, man, I'm gonna listen to this right here.
Right.
Yeah, so I can definitely relate to that.
Yep, so I just sit in my car, put on instrumentals, and then I usually have like another phone, camera, or computer or something to record it. Because I basically just like freestyle. So I just play like instrumentals from current songs, or I play just like beats that people have made for me, or beats that I find, and I just like freestyle, like for maybe about 30 minutes. And then after that, I like pick like whatever song I felt like I could freestyle the easiest on and get the most creative with. I would pick that and then start writing from that. So that's one of my favorite ways. The second way is like 3 in the morning. Waking up 3 in the morning, can't fall back asleep. That's usually when I write like some of the best, like my most witty shit, kind of. Like I just, for some reason, in the middle of the night, I just be thinking of like the most clever shit.
Yeah. So do you have a lot of people around you, or your team kind of small?
It's just me.
Okay.
That's it. It's literally just me. I literally just book studio sessions and record whatever I've been writing. I buy the beats off of YouTube. Well, I'm not doing that shit no more. But for this first project, I definitely bought all the, I just bought all the leases for all the songs I found.
Yeah.
I was going to have people try to remake beats for me, but I was just like, I'm one of those people I get very attached. And like, it's like I wrote the song for this beat. I don't want to hear no other beat on it. It's not the same.
Any type of different, yeah.
Exactly, and you can't make it sound exactly the same because that's stealing. So it's like, it takes away from the vibe. I'm gonna just buy the license for the beat. But yeah, I just do all of that and then put the shit out, put it on Apple Music, all that good shit.
Yeah. So what do you like to do outside of music? Other than smoke.
Right. Smoke for sure. Hang out with my niece.
Okay.
That is
How
like,
is she?
She is, I don't know all that month shit. I don't be adding that shit up. But she
was
almost 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I can say that. She's almost 2 for sure.
Is she in San Francisco?
Yeah, she's in San Francisco, but she's like my best friend. And I'm like her favorite person in the world. And there's nothing better than being a baby's favorite person. Like when a baby sees you and a baby's just so happy to see you, it's like, damn, like fuck the world. I don't need nobody to fuck with me. I got my niece.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, because I know even for me and my auntie, being as close as she is, she buy me things.
That's how me and my aunt are. Exactly.
Tell you, I'll mess around and call her mama on an accident.
All the time. She used to correct me, and I'd be like, girl, just let it go. Like, it was an accident. You know what I meant.
Because that person, that's almost the second extension to your mom. That's the closest to you.
Yep.
So your vibe is almost the same or identical almost. But I definitely feel that. So with that, and like, what do you like to do? You like to
So well, basically, I like to write a lot, and I'll write anywhere. I'll go to the park. I'll drive around and like just record myself freestyling and stuff, and just keep driving like for scenery. I'll go to a lake. I'll go to the beach. I love to go to the movies. That's like one of my favorite things. Like, for some reason, I just look, especially by myself. I don't like going to movies with other people, especially when they're trying to talk to me. I'm like, please shut the fuck up. Just shut up. I'm trying to watch. Like, I paid for this. I don't know what they said. Everybody laughing and you talking in my ear. I can't do this right now. But or hang out with my friends. That's like literally. That's probably my favorite thing. Hanging out with like my 2 best friends. And when we used to just sit around and smoke and get high, and then just like have a great ass time. But now, no, they're in San Francisco. One's pregnant, the other one has a kid. So I'm like,
the same as it used to be.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, y'all growing up. I'm still like 19 in my head. Come on, y'all.
That's life. We're getting older.
Definitely.
Learning new things.
Yeah.
Learning how people that was around us change as they get older. So when somebody asks who is POOKIEBOO, what would you want them to know or take from your music?
That's a good question. I want them to think that POOKIEBOO is just carefree as fuck. If I could just leave it at that, like just carefree as fuck. Because I feel like my whole life I've been trying to hide who I am. You know, I was raised around certain people who like verbally abused me, and put me down. You know, whether it be physically, they would, or mentally, like talk about my mental health and stuff like that, or try to put me down like when it came to my education, try to say that I wasn't smart and stuff like that, like all kinds of stuff, like. And when you're doing that shit to like, I was like young, like 7, like, and this was like 7 until I was like, till now sometimes, you know. So it's like, those are some of the most formative years of someone's life or whatever. And so it definitely affected me, and I feel like I never really truly expressed myself. Like I feel like I could have been this person a long time ago, but I was just so scared of, you know, how people would feel about me or what people would think about me and stuff like that. So yeah, I want people to hear my music and just be happy. Like my favorite thing is whenever people listen to my music and they send me messages and they're like, oh my God, like your music makes me feel like a bad bitch. Like you make bad bitch music. I was like, I love that. Like I've had dudes like message me and be like, hey, like your music got me feeling like a bad bitch, like jokingly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like in a joking way, not for real. But they're like, okay, you got me feeling like, okay, sis, you know, and I'm like, that makes me happy knowing that like I can make someone else feel good, especially like when they're retired, like when I've been in like places where I haven't felt good. I know that I can change at least that for somebody. Yeah. You know.
So what's your favorite song on your tape?
Company.
Okay.
Hands down, Company it's the best song. If you listen to it, you'll agree. Like.
Is that one of the songs that has the feature on it?
Yes, it is. It is. Okay. That is the best fucking song. And that was actually. That was the second song I ever like started. It wasn't my second song I ever wrote because it took me a year to finish it. But it was like the second song I started, and it was to a Chance the Rapper beat or type beat, you know. Okay. And I feel like that's like my best work because it took me so long. It took me a year to write it, and then a year later after that I started recording. Like it's been 2 years in the making, basically.
So when did the feature come about?
So basically, I had linked up with my friend Cindy. Shout out to Cindy. She's amazing. She is talented as fuck. But we went to high school together, and she used to like play around and sing and stuff like that. And I was like, Cindy, like I used to always be like, Cindy, sing for me. Let me record you and put you on Vine. And people would re-Vine her and be like, oh my God, she can sing. She's so good. She's so like amazing. Blah blah blah. And I was like, Cindy, you need to sing for real. And she's like, no, I don't know. And so one day, like I was recording a remix for something, or like a cover or something. And I was like, Cindy, come to the auditorium. I'm gonna have you like sing this verse or whatever. So I had her sing the verse, and I recorded it and we put it on YouTube. And then 6 years later, now I'm linking back up with her because she just dropped like her first song. I want to say like 3 or 4 months ago. So I was so happy. I'm like, yes, I've been waiting 6 years for you to start making fucking music. Like, yes, thank God. And I was like, we have to link. We have to work on some music. So we linked up, and I was like, I have these singing songs, and I don't really like my voice when I sing like that. So I was thinking I could just have you. We can drop a tape together because I had like 6 or 7 singing songs, and 5 of them, those are the 5 that I kept because I needed to touch them up, right?
Yeah.
So, and then the other 2 are the 2 that she's featuring on the fucking tapes or whatever. So there were 7 songs total, and I was like, how about you just come like lace this shit, like the entire song, and then do the entire choruses for all the songs, and we just drop a tape together. So it'll just, all of it will be POOKIEBOO and Cindy, and I'll be doing my verses that I wrote, and then you'll be singing all the choruses and stuff like that, and then you'll be doing all of the ad-libs over my verses and stuff. So it's like literally a whole project, like both of us together. And then I was like, but I'm gonna put 2 of them on my tape, so that way they can get like a feel for you, and they can be like, you know, my following can be like, oh, okay, like this is who Cindy is, and this is what she sounds like. So that way when I drop the tape, it's not like, who the fuck is Cindy? Yeah. It's like, oh shit, those are the 2 songs from the tapes that we fuck with. So this whole project probably gonna be fire, you know? And then I'm gonna just put those 2 songs on it for SoundCloud purposes, just so that people know that they go together or whatever. But when it drops on Apple Music, those 2 songs are probably just gonna stay on the fucking tapes, and then the rest of the songs will drop on Big App.
Yeah, so while you're here, I see you connecting with a lot of people and everything. Is there a special guy in your life or anything?
Hell no. Fuck no. Guy or girl, it could be either, but no. Fuck no.
So you've been chilling out on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be chilling out for the rest of my life. Like, there's never gonna be nobody in the picture.
What?
No, I want to be single for life. I've always wanted this since I was like 12 or 13. And then I got in a relationship, and then I got out of a relationship, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm okay with being single for the rest of my life.
So you're not into
like, I'm cool.
Get married and have kids?
Fuck no. Oh, I definitely don't want kids. If I change my mind on marriage, maybe. Who knows? I might marry somebody. Yeah, I got her. She right there. Why are any kids? I'm right here raising my niece.
You don't want
No.
Oh man.
But no. I really don't. I really do not want kids.
And it's a lot of women like these days that's around the age bracket of early 20s or mid 20s
that are having kids,
but or don't want kids.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, and they are having them too.
Oh no, if I get pregnant, I'm definitely pro-choice.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember when I graduated from high school, not even a year later, 3, 4, 5 of them having kids. I'm like, man, they starting already.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, y'all know y'all got to do that for 18 more years, right?
I mean, but as they
and then after that, right?
Yeah, and then hopefully the situation with the man good. And
I can't. I babysat my niece once. Well, I babysat her multiple times. But I babysat her once when she was like a toddler. I want to say maybe she was, let's say like 9-10 months or whatever. And I was like, I can't do this. She's everywhere and I can't be everywhere. I've cleaned this entire room, but she's still picking pennies up off the floor. I don't know where she's getting them from. Like, babies are just like, they're little sneaky masterminds. Like, they know how to find the shit they're not supposed to have. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I was like, I can't do this. This is stressful. And I was like, if this is stressful, how the fuck am I supposed to do the rest of the shit that people do as parents? I was like, this is nothing. I was like, I don't need kids. I got her. And I have another niece. Okay. She's, I want to say, I don't even know her birthday. She was born in March. What is this, September? So she's 6 months. Yeah. Well, almost. Not yet. But she's 6 months. And then I have a nephew. One of my best friends has a son. And then my other best friend's pregnant. So I'm about to have another niece or nephew. So I really don't need kids. Like, I really don't. And my best friend, she wants to have like 6 kids. Like, I really do not need children.
So what made you have the realization, like, I don't want to be in no relationship and I don't want no kids either? Like, what made your mindset be that, like, I'm just avoiding all that?
It's a lot. Like, it's literally, there's like 30 reasons, I can honestly say. Like, one, just my family dynamic. Like, I know that, like, there was a point in time where I didn't want to be alive, right? And my mom knew that. And I would hate to have a child. Like, I used to cry about this all the time. I used to feel so bad for my mom. Because I was like, I would hate to have a child who, like, would grow up just to not want to even be here and resent me for even having it. Like, I would hate to raise a child, especially in this world, especially in this economy, but especially in this world, like, where we're coming up right now with what's going on and shit like that. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be scared to raise somebody right now, as I'm sure people are. You have kids going to school and they're not coming home. Yeah. Like, crazy shit like that. I'd be scared. I don't know. I overthink so much in life, and the last thing I have time to do is deal with, like, having to make sure you, like, go to school and come back. Something as simple as that. Yeah. That's scary. I don't know. And then just the relationship thing, that's just like, there's like so many reasons, you know, like, one, being with someone for the rest of my life. Not saying like I can't be faithful to someone for the rest of my life, but just like, I'm gonna get irritated. Like, can we do like a 2-month break? We could just go our separate ways for like a quarter of the year, maybe quarterly breaks.
Like taxes,
no, like, we gotta pick a time. We can take a spring break. You know, we can have a Thanksgiving break. But basically, not to like do other shit, but just I don't have to look at you. I love being alone. I thrive when I'm alone. When people leave me alone, and I'll be by myself for weeks at a time, and I will be great. I can FaceTime y'all. We can text. But like, I'm in my zone right now. I'm chilling. Like, I'm good and I'm happy. Like, I'm genuinely happy being alone. So yeah, that's one thing. Having to like look at the same person every day for the rest of my life. That's a lot. That's just a lot. I don't know if I could do that. Maybe a dog, but not a person. Shoot. And then I just feel like I'm not ready for a relationship. Like, I just have so many character flaws, and I feel like if other people understood that, we'd have less problems in the world. But like, I can genuinely say I know that I'm not ready to deal with someone else right now.
Yeah.
So why even introduce someone else to me and get together with someone else just to hurt them? You know what I'm saying? Even though it may be unintentional, but I knew I had those character traits to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I shouldn't have put me or him in the situation, or her.
Yeah, and that's a responsible thing too. When you know your situation, and you might not want to put another person in that situation, and then y'all might argue just because you don't feel like your situation's secure, and then he get to tripping on something, and you're like, man, you know what? That's why I ain't want nobody anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So your tape is on SoundCloud, and then soon it's gonna be on all other platforms, Apple Music.
Yep, September 30th.
Okay.
And you can start pre-ordering it September 17th.
Okay.
It's gonna be $2.99. The whole tape. Well, obviously not the remixes. I can't put those out.
Yeah.
But like all the originals that I'm like putting out, it's $2.99. 8 songs for just $2.99. All of them. So you ain't gotta just stream it. You can buy it. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. $2.99. That's less. That's way less than Netflix. And y'all probably not even paying for Netflix because you're using your friend's Netflix. So just spend $2.99. That's all I'm saying. So
out of the remix, even though you can't put your remixes on there, what's your favorite remix that you've done?
Ooh, it's one I didn't record and I meant to record, but I'm gonna just record it and drop it separately. But my International Players Anthem remix. That is my favorite remix. That is my favorite remix, hands down. That shit is hella good. It was I called it the International HBCU Anthem. But yeah, that shit blew up too. Yeah. But on the tape, my favorite remix would have to be I would say either Rover, just because I killed that, or Cash Shit. Cash Shit was really good. What are the remixes from? They were all pretty good. I'm Him. Everybody loves I'm Him. The I'm Him remix. But yeah, probably those.
When I listened to the whole tape, it was a vibe and a roll, and then knowing that you came from Fisk and everything, and I was listening to it, and I'm like, man, like just keep it 100. I was like, this is the best person I've heard out of Fisk yet. Just to keep it real.
Just to keep it on.
And I was like, man, like, hey, this one right here, she don't, man.
Wait, but have you listened to Martina? Oh.
Was that one on the tape?
Oh, no. She's not. No, she's a rapper. She went to Fisk. She's from New Orleans. I'm gonna play you her after this. Martina's hard.
Have you thought about trying to collab with her?
Oh, for sure. No, definitely. I've hit her up before, but like, I gotta wait till I'm basically writing shit I can collab on. Because right now I'm trying to finish up all the stuff that I've already gotten done, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, as soon as I'm thinking that'll be like a summer thing. I think next summer I really want to drop a tape where I'm just collabing, like every song is like with somebody and every song is fire. Yeah. And then drop it like at the beginning of summer, you know what I'm saying? Or like a little bit before summer starts, get people ready for summer. We're going to have to stay
connected so I can hear that.
For sure.
Definitely hear that.
Well, I'll probably be back over here next summer.
Okay.
I'm going to be traveling a lot.
So we probably get another one in.
Yeah.
So what hobbies do you like to do other than music?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Cause I just watch. Oh, okay. You know what I like to do? So basically, I'm trying to design a comic book right now. I definitely am trying to drop I think it's going to be like a 3-part series. I'm not going to say what it's about yet. Because I don't want to put my idea out there. I don't want nobody stealing my ideas because people be stealing shit. But basically, I can draw a little bit. I just don't like to do it. So no, I'm going to sketch the shit and then send it to my friend and pay her to do it. Because I'm not doing that shit. But yeah, it's going to be a little 3-part comic book series. I'm doing that. Second, I'm writing a book about my father. And then I'm writing a book about my life. basically, but it's gonna be like not like a autobiography style, but like it's gonna be like a story, but it's gonna be based on like real people, real events, etc. And then my dad, he's just a hella interesting individual. So like in general, I want to write his life story because he's had like a pretty interesting life. And then the last thing that I like to do, I'm hoping to open a clothing store from 2021 that sells all black clothing. I'm not gonna say the name of it; it's gonna be hella dope, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't want anybody to steal it. But once I trademark that shit in the next few months, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to open a clothing store, all black clothing, because that's all I wear.
Dope.
Yeah.
Marketing idea. Drop a tape with the book.
Oh, for sure. That's smart. That's smart.
That right there will be killer.
Hey, and it could go like chapter 1, like it could be like low-key, like or some shit like that.
And then you like listen to track,
right? Track 2.
I'm like, oh, man, she's I want to listen to this track. Let me hear that. Read that.
That'd be hella dope.
Yeah.
And then that'd be hella dope. Because then basically, if anybody ever wants to turn it into a movie, it already got a soundtrack. And then if they want to know the insight, like, man, where was she thinking of this song? Right.
And then they go through the like, dang, they went through a lot right here. Like, man, that would be dope. That'd be hella dope. That's smart. I fuck with that idea. Yeah, that would be cool, man. So, what's next for you? I heard you moving again.
Yes, I am moving to LA in, what's today's day? I ain't got nothing on my wrist. What's today's day? Today's the 8th.
Yeah, the 8th.
I'm moving in, I gotta do math now. 17 days, 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 3 days. I'm moving to LA. And then I am driving back up to the Bay October 6th because I'm at my first show. So that's gonna be lit, first show ever. And then towards the end of October, I'm going to Ohio. I'm going to work on a project with some producers called the Dream Captures. Dream Captures.
So you working? You got a lot of stuff going on.
And then I'm going to come back to LA, and I'm going to try to work on my EP all throughout November and drop it on my birthday, December 7th. Yeah.
So if you ever did get signed, who would you want to sign to? It could be an artist, an independent label, a major label.
I would say either TDE or Dreamville or Meek Mill's new shit, because I fuck with Meek.
Okay.
Whatever the name of his Dream Chasers, right? Something like that.
So, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think it's partnered with
Rock Nation.
Raw stuff too. Yeah, Rock Nation. Yeah, they got a lot of people in their camp.
Yeah. Or them too. But yeah.
Okay.
Definitely one of those 4.
Well, let people know where they can get your music at and
y'all can go
on social media.
Everything's POOKIEBOO. So POOKIEBOO. 3 O's in the Pookie, 2 O's in the Boo. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud. Wherever else you want to add me, I might be there. Okay. And starting September 30th on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all that good shit, you can find the fucking things.
Alright, you already know this is VCLAB and I'm Q97 and we out. Peace.
We out here.
Pull up in that F-150. People trying to talk, but I don't got time to listen. Trying to find my way, I gotta stay on the mission. My family need me now, and I don't have time to miss them. Always trying to work, all way down to the whistle. I give it all I got, cause it help with my mental. Always on the grind, like the king, I'm official. Smoking on this gas, help me get through my issues.
Welcome to the VC Lab.